But we got to start in college football with maybe the most prestigious award in all of college athletics, the Heisman. The Heisman released their winner this week. It was LSU quarterback Jaden Daniels. Okay, let's talk about him first. He spent his first 3 seasons at Arizona State, his last 2 at LSU. He completed 72% of his passes. That was 7th in the nation. For 3,812 yards, that was 3rd in the nation. To go with 40 passing touchdowns and only 4 picks.
Okay.
Those 40 passing touchdowns were tied for the most in the nation with Bo Nix of Oregon. This is where Jaden Daniels set himself apart. He added 1,134 rushing yards and 10 scores on the ground.
Okay.
The numbers were there. The highlights were great. But the LSU Tigers, they went 9-3. Okay. Let's talk about this. The Tigers went 9-3, led by Brian Kelly, who left Notre Dame high and dry in the middle of the night. We won't get into that, but LSU, they lost by 3 touchdowns to Florida State.
Yeah.
They gave up 55 points in a loss to Ole Miss, and they lost by 2 touchdowns to Alabama. Those were their 3 losses. Let's go look at the other candidates. Runner-up for the Heisman was Washington quarterback Michael Penix Jr., the IU transfer. They went undefeated in the Pac-12, 13-0. Michael Penix, he only completed 66% of his passes. That was a little lower. But he led the nation in passing yards with 4,218.
Nice.
33 passing touchdowns, 9 picks, a little bit more. Didn't get it done. Was a non-threat on the ground. He had minus 18 rushing yards on the season. 3 touchdowns, but minus 18 rushing yards.
Okay.
Let's look at Bo Nix of Oregon. They went 11-2. Barely missed out to Washington in that Pac-12 championship. Bo Nix, he led the nation in completion percentage at 77%. He was 2nd in the nation in yards with 4,145. He was tied with Jaden Daniels for most passing touchdowns with 40. Only had 3 picks. 6 more tutties on the ground with 228 rushing yards. Max, let's throw it to you here. Knowing these numbers of these top 3 that I just broke down, did the voters get this year's Heisman selection correct?
Real quick, Bo Nix had 6 more touchdowns than Daniels, so 16 rushing touchdowns?
So 6 more touchdowns on the ground on top of his 40 passing touchdowns. Jaden Daniels had 10 rushing touchdowns. Bo Nix had 6.
Got it. Okay. Oh, man. Bo Nix is a big name, but if you're gonna pick a guy, I don't mind the Jaden Daniels pick because he had higher stats. They're probably what was Oregon? Where were they?
11-2.
2. Yeah.
11-2.
So I mean, technically they definitely had a better season. SEC is a very tough division. Pac-12 is a good division too. Don't get me wrong, but come on, SEC's they're
no
when
doubt.
When you think football, college football, it's the SEC, baby. It's the SEC. Okay. So yeah, you know what? I'm going to agree with the pick. I usually like to have a little controversy here or speculation, but I got no problem with this pick. This guy with 1,000 rushing yards and 10 touchdowns. Oh my goodness. Along with 40 passing touchdowns, so only 3 picks.
So
my goodness,
50 total touchdowns, 4 picks, 1,134 rushing yards. Jaden Daniels, Joe Burrow, he just won the Heisman at LSU in 2019. So LSU might be doing a little something here with their quarterbacks. Yeah. I just want to throw in the 4th guy, the other guy in the room, Marvin Harrison Jr. from Ohio State.
Yeah.
Probably going to be the big dog on a lot of wide receiver boards come April. So we'll be talking about him. Anything else you got on Jaden Daniels? I think that his legs definitely gave him the upper hand. I got to agree with the selection. Yeah, LSU has 3 losses, but those numbers are crazy, passing and rushing. Anything else on Jaden Daniels and his Heisman?
Also, those 3 losses aren't bad losses. Florida State is outstanding. They were
13-0.
Undefeated. Alabama's in the Final 4. Ole Miss is always there. Like they always make a bowl game. Okay, so These losses are, and that's kind of like an in-state rivalry game, isn't that? And they like a cross-state thing. The only question I have, Cobreezy, is what bowl game is LSU in, and who are they playing?
That's a good question there, Max. And that gives us a good opportunity here to mention that this Saturday, the bowls are actually starting. But LSU, they got a big bowl. Let's find them here. They're going to be playing a little bit later in the bowl season. A lot of bowls we've never heard of.
So many.
The Tigers, led by Ryan Kelly and Jaden Daniels, they're going to be playing in the Relia Quest Bowl against Wisconsin. 7-5, the Badgers out of Wisconsin. That one's going to be on New Year's Day.
Nice.
ESPN2 at 10 a.m. Mountain Time.
I love a little New Year's Day football